trigger button is a graphic item used for switching the variable value between two selected states. These two states are indicated while setting up trigger button, and they are called trigger value 1 and trigger value 2. The main properties of trigger button are its type, its feedback. Feedback is a type channel to receive and process data about the current state of the variable. It's necessary so the next value sent by trigger button could be opposite to the current one. So next property is hit. Here it is, and hit indicates the way trigger button reacts on pressing. Active touch means trigger button will be active for pressing. Value 1 is the lowest value, value 2 is the highest value. In order for trigger button to work, a feedback channel and a command must be assigned to it. The feedback channel indicates its current state, and the command will send the next value to the variable. While assigning a command to a graphic item, you have to select the Send Token event. This event defines that the current state of trigger button will affect the value sent by the variable. This value is not constant, it can be value 1 or value 2. The press or release events are events by which the command will be sent. You need both a command and a feedback channel. To create a feedback channel with the same settings as the controlled command has, you should use the Send Command event. Here it is in the dialog window, or you can do it manually in the project overview tree. So if you add a feedback channel for indicating the current variable state controlled by trigger button from the project overview tree manually, then while assigning it, you have to select the InValue event in the dialog window. Here it is. It will affect the current state of trigger button. So the alternative of using trigger button is creating groups of graphic items with the radio button property. It is a property when only one graphic item from radio buttons group can be active. You can read more about creating groups of items which have this same property on our wiki. Radio buttons are widely used while creating navigation menu, that is the project menu, where when pressing on the button you open some project zone, and this zone must be highlighted while the rest zones are inactive. So let's have a look at how it works with the help of emulator. The first trigger button sends a value to the controller when pressing on it. This value is opposite to the current variable state and is calculated on the basis of data received from the feedback channels. The next group of buttons, combined with each other, work as follows. When I press on one of the buttons, the other two become inactive, they go into an active state. There's only one button can be active at a time. It's convenient if buttons open particular project pages, for example room 1, room 2 or room 3, but you can see only one room at a time, and that means only one icon must be active, and radio buttons help us to implement it. At that, you don't need connection with equipment for radio buttons to work. Communication of radio buttons and equipment is set up with the help of project internal variables. You can read more about it on our wiki. Its link is in the description of this lesson. Thank you for your attention.